We are live here at York University with our Thursday Torah texting challenge. Today is February 28th. Tomorrow is Rosh Chodesh March. So the question at the challenge that was sent out to everyone was the following. At approximately 2 o'clock in the morning, a gentleman needed to go to the hospital. He contacted his friend to rush him to the hospital. And his friend actually saved his life by taking him to the hospital. And it just happened to be that his neighbor, who's his friend, happens to be a taxi driver. His friend is discharged from the hospital a week later. And his friend then says, oh, by the way, you owe me money for taking you by cab from our home to the hospital, including that extra late night fee, whatever that is. Does he have to pay? I think it was George and it was Tom. Does George have to pay Tom? So here we go. The halacha is, yes, not only must he pay, he must pay the full price, including the extra amount for the fact that it was at 2 a.m., and here's the reason why. It says in Choshe Mishpat, the Sma brings in Siman, Reish Mem Dalet Siv Katan Yud, that if a person escaped from jail, and while he escapes from jail, he needs to cross a river, and he's being chased by bandits, being chased by the people who are incarcerating him, and who, in order to cross and traverse that river, there's a guy who owns a boat, and the guy says, okay, I'll take you across, but you got to pay me. I'm a boat rental company, transportation company. Even though he's going to save his life and help him to save his life to escape, he actually has to pay him. And what's the reason why? You might think that, what are you talking about? There's a halacha, a shavas aveda, to return a lost object. To return a lost object, you don't get paid to return a lost object. You save someone's life. You don't pay someone to save your life. That's what you need to do. You don't get paid to do these various mitzvot. But the answer is the following. The answer is that if it's your job, and that's why you're being asked, then in fact you would be allowed to take payment. Meaning, if someone else were to knock on your door and ask to be driven to the hospital, you would not be able to take payment. But if you're a taxi service and that is your job, that is your profession, then you are allowed to take money for driving someone to the hospital. So again, for regular mitzvah, regular person would not be allowed to take money because that is your profession. You're asking me, I'm a professional taxi driving guy. That's why. So again, you're obligated to save a life, but if this is my profession, then you're asking me to do something which is my profession. I'm allowed to take money for it. Now, he's not obligated to take money for it, obviously, but he would be allowed to receive payment. If Joe Schmo was called at 2 in the morning to just drive him, then it would be be forbidden for him to take payment. But since this is his profession, it's based on the case that the Sma brings by taking someone across the river so he could escape these guys who were chasing him. So to the taxi driver is permitted to ask for money and receive full payment. That is the Thursday Texting Torah Challenge live from York University. Have a wonderful day, everyone.